I'm turning this down a touch too. So what was I doing? That was, of course, Amplify versus Dildux. I'll get that uploaded as well. All bells. What are we looking at here? Supernova versus Shikigami. I mean, I think Supernova got to be heavy favorites. Should I eat another cookie? Is it time? I'm gonna eat another cookie. I was surprised if they don't make it. You are surprised the first time? Yeah. I mean, if Supernova failed to make OWCS again after being in this position, it's actually just over. There's no recovering from that situation, yeah. Yeah, Supernova good. Time for Ryan from the O to become Ryan from the OWCS. Yeah, I've been reliably informed there'll be no dinner-based problems here. So, a little bit of information, I guess, on these teams. Maybe Supernova, aka Fluffy Dreamland / Fluffy Aimers from last season. Team you're probably a bit more familiar with. I think Astro, a pretty versatile tank. Ryan is the star player, for sure, right? For sure, Ryan is the star player. And I'm sure we'll say Ryan's name a lot. We'll talk about the O he's from. We'll talk about all the kills he's getting on Genji, on Tracer, everything like this. But I think one of the underrated parts of the... I thought I said the same with Fluffy Aimers. I think a really underrated part is Grapes. I think especially on Brig. Grapes is actually one of the better Brigs in North America. Forget like FACEIT Masters or whatever. I think he's just one of the better Brigs, full stop. So I think he's a huge part, especially in like the more brawly versions or like the Juno Brig versions where you play it with a ground tank. On the other hand, we've obviously seen Shikigami play through a season of OWCS already. And I felt pretty, underwhelmed by them. Underwhelmed. A lot of the time their play seems quite messy and disjointed. I feel like, well, there is definitely some individual talent there. Maybe Graveyard for kind of the star, really, on flex support. I felt a lot of it has just felt, I guess, maybe just not fitting. Ever looked at Marvel Rivals Esports? I've watched a bit of it, but only really, like, chuck it on when I'm doing something else. I've never actually sat and watched it properly, you know? Who left apart? Yeah, I think, well, Chime is still on the roster, but he's basically he's just like an emergency sub at this point. He's playing Marvel Rivals primarily. They're the Burnley of OWCS NA. Cheers. Chime was so good, foe? Ah, yeah, it was a magic maker, really, wasn't he? Magic maker on the May. But unfortunately, there are other callings. It's now up to, of course... Oh, wait, do I want to update the stream title? Oh, I sure do. I sure do. Supernova versus Shikigami. Take the fancy out of it now as well. Alright, locking in. It's going to be a Pharah ban from Shikigami. Juno on the other side from Supernova. Both teams going to try and run out Lucio. Anna here. Ryan on the Tracer. Nade comes through. Disengage from Astro will not get out versus that nade. Counter nade onto Solo, but no follow-up damage. So, huge advantage for Shikigami. They will force the objective, no problem. They can go try and catch any of these players on the left too. They'll get Grapes on point. Ryan will get one more touch, but will then try and play to get out. Late kill onto Renko too. Hunted down underneath. And alright. Quick first fight. Late kill onto Ryan too. Looking good for Shikigami. Not the start I think a lot of us anticipated. But a big nade from Graveyard gets it done. Retake now, no ults just yet. Graveyard's actually the closest on this Nano. Swinging around. Renko's not far behind, but they have to be careful as they walk up Supernova. Little stun onto Ryan too. Nade onto Solo as they clear that space. And Astro is looking for the finisher. And there we go. Matrixes for heals. Or spins for heals, I should say. Solo's going to get picked. And alright. One good tank opening pick deserves another. Deal with Lucio on point. And they'll get the point right on back. Nano trade coming up. Astro with all that damage into the risk from the previous fight actually has a bit of a Terra Surge advantage here. So a chance to combo those two ults. A Nano Terra Surge can be brutal if you get one of the key targets. Really looking for Lucio's or a hit scan in this. Where are these bells coming from? Am I going crazy? Swinging right-hand side. Nano boost onto the Echo, actually, as Danny goes flying in. Looking for that backline. Pulse Bomb connects. Roll there to save his own life there from a rise. But Jutsu shuts down. No copy for Danny. Overclock from Jutsu walking forward now. And this is just going to overwhelm them. Was a Nano overclock bonus to all that. So, devastating. Deals with the copy. Deals with everything else. Now they're holding forward. I think that's, yeah, you can see, look at that Astro looking like he wants to commit this Terra Surge nice and early. Does Danny spot him out? Danny's just playing the coast. I don't think he's seen him yet. I think they backed up and cleared Astro. No, Astro's still there. Nobody's seen him. Nobody's seen him. Jutsu's found a pick. Goes for it. Doesn't even need for Terra Surge now. Just onto the Ana. Both cooldowns. Terra Surge to finish the job. All right, kills both backliners. Solo is trying to trade, but doesn't get that Terra Surge off. Disaster here. Oh, good shout, Smile. Yeah, keep reminding me about Preds, because the mods have gone to bed. So it's I'm now in charge, which is going to be disastrous. Beat coming back. DPS advantage for Shikigami. Both their ults available. High noon can even copy. Probably a copy onto the Ana is best. An early nade from Graveyard is going to force Astro all the way back. Fortify has to be used as well. No cooldowns for Astro. Life support. Grapes is going to use the beat to turn it. But there's a high noon at the back. Nade comes through. Counter beat from Regime. Both beats very early. A bit premature. Danny's got a copy Sojin on the go. Trying to swing for the rail. Walks into that one. They deal with Ryan in the back as they force the point there. Shikigami. Samara in control of this. Danny really trying to get to that overclock. Won't be able to get it. Will be forced all the way back. Now turns his attention onto the coast. Looking for Grapes. Grapes is going to dip out onto the wall. Play his life. Little peek shot from Jutsu. Doesn't turn the kill. Regime has pooped Jutsu off, though. That's what you get for peeking. Now looking for more Regime. Pressure onto the Lucio, but can't quite find the gap. Grapes will get away with his life. And Ryan's killed the Echo during all of this. A little bit mistimed as Regime was going backwards. Danny was going forward. Nano onto a rise now. Defensive nade comes through. Astro has the Nano himself, but Nano onto Sarissa is going to get absolutely delete him. Now they are plowing forward. Tank advantage. Arise finds a trade onto the Ana. An annoying one to deal with. And Arise is going to go deeper behind. Here comes Grapes. Hard to fight a Cass, though. Here comes Ryan. Hard to fight a Cass. Here comes Grapes. Hard to fight a Cass. Peek him at the same time. Ryan will eventually trade that kill, and they have cleaned up on point during all of this. Javelin onto the ball. Solo will extend the touch for a while. Terra Surge, though, it gets all three remaining players in. Easy kills for Jutsu in the end. And that should be Supernova closing it out. Shouldn't be another touch. I don't know where Danny is. The only one with a chance, but he's so far away. Recall force. No touch. Please say jutsu. Is that correct, or do you just prefer that sound? I feel like it's very much written jutsu. Is correct. Jutsu? Okay. Alright, jutsu. You should have written the ute then. Like jujitsu, but not. I think that's not helped at all, Quark. It's from the Japanese, pronounced jutsu. Okay. Take it up with the Japanese? I just might. I just might. Winston, Mirror now, and a Brig on both sides. Cass Tracer versus Sojin Tracer. Jutsu on the Sojin, Arise on the Cass. Nade comes through onto Solo, and that's going to force an immediate back jump. Space for Astro to work with. He's taking a lot of help, so he's actually had to bubble from this. Bubble advantage for Solo as he is topped up. Chance to reclaim some of this space as a point unlocked. Astro will drop to point. Just a bubble onto the Winston here. Conservative from Solo. Nade land onto Ryan during all of that, but no kills. Jutsu's actually going to be knocked to the low ground, but they can turn to a push forward. They jump onto Solo with their bubble advantage. You see there the difference. Solo drops the bubble onto the Winston just to get betrayed, but the rest of these seem relatively passive because all of Supernova on high ground. When Supernova get the same opportunity, they all push behind the timing from Astro's bubble. Difference in the value there, also difference in the starting positions helps out. They'll clean up a fight at the back of that. They did lose Astro late, but they've got the first flip. Now they are hunting down this Tracer behind. Danny on the run. Regrouping with Solo. Nano boost going to be up slightly quicker for Renko. Chance to go early if they find the opportunity. Most importantly, though, they have this high ground position. High ground position for their Anno, which is going to provide Renko with these better nade opportunities. He'll hit one of them early on onto Solo. Doesn't find any follow-up damage, though. Pulse Bomb, good from Ryan. Regime will fall. Might just be the end to this push as well. Needs to keep their eyes on the cast. Ryan dodges the blink. Doesn't have recall, but has full pocket. Now he can push back in on that bubble timing, and Arise will be taken down. Getting that one for free. Plenty of time off the clock as well. Oh, we'll check it out afterwards, Tom. Did the sound just desync for anyone else, or am I losing my mind? Am I losing my mind? Alright, Overclock comes through. It's a nano overclock. Jutsu's going to get naded. Danny finds the late trade onto Grape. I say late, early trade onto Grapes from behind with that pulse bomb. Astro takes down Graveyard. Now dive comes in from Solo. They are trapped in. Tries to rotate forward. Can't do it. Scrappy fight. No healers on the side of Shikigami, but they try and go forward. But Solo doesn't have a primal yet, but he's got the snipes. Gets that late kill onto Astro, and they might just get the flip yet. Limited healing, but Ryan's taken care of by Arise. Walking forward, back in control of point. Regime's going to be coming back for Rally, as will Grapes. Primals available for both, so it's going to be a gap on the Winston. Solo's primals haven't been the most impressive so far. Astro, a bit more of a reputation on this hero, but both Rallies will do a pretty good job of neutralizing this, or neutralizing the primals. Oh, Danny's going to fall quickly. Now an opening. Astro can take this fight to them. Could just be a bubble at choke, try and bully it without the Tracer to juggle the touch. Might force Solo to make an earlier move. Sleep comes through, looking for the bash as well. Arises there, right click. They have the primal still. Astro's trying to milk this one for as long as possible. He's really milked it out. Actually cops another bash, doesn't get punished for it. Lack of aggression maybe there with that bash timing. Now the high noon forces Astro away. Solo's going to get the later one. Grapes has the rally going. Supernova just trying to live with a boop in. Sets that kill up. Solo will finish it off as well. Going to try and respond here. Astro onto the back line. Arise will try and burst the bubble. Pulse bomb's good from Ryan. A second one. Now the dive onto the cast. Ryan, though, got eyes on the Winston. Split targets for the Supernova front line. But they are focusing down both targets. They've lost Grapes in the middle of all this foam. Split targets don't find anything. Astro will eventually kill Regime, but the damage has been done. Didn't even get the flip during that Supernova. So they're going to have one more chance in this retake. Coming back with a nano of their own. Expect it. They can actually wait for enough. They can maybe wait for an overclock, nano overclock combo again. If I'm Graveyard, maybe I'm just looking. I could just nano the cast, honestly. Just taking that jewel. Still not straightforward even with a nano overclock. Renko with the nano ready to go. Rotating left-hand side. We want to take the high ground for free. Shikigami seems to have no interest in holding the high ground themselves. Supernova allowed to do all of this for free. Seems a little bit illegal from Shikigami. Nade onto the Winston. It's a miss, actually, from Renko. Nano available as they look for their opening move. For both teams, this is. We're into overtime. Supernova have to find a way through. I think they are just waiting for that Nano overclock. Graveyard hasn't spotted an opportunity yet either. There is the Nano overclock comes through. Nano response. Whip shot is good from Grapes. Knocks him down. Jutsu gets naded though, but still has this overclock going. Burning through it. But Ryan and Astro, they die on the dive. Doesn't make a lick of difference. Arise's damage is just enough. Now they're trying to get on a point, but Regime is back there. Swings out. And Shikigami ties up 1-1. Alright, all to play for. Honestly, I expected this to be a much more Supernova-sided affair. Which one is the OWCS team? Shikigami were in OWCS Stage 1. Supernova. Surprise miss out of Stage 1, but playing for redemption here. Winner qualifies for OWCS as well, so stakes are high. Okay, now we've seen an Orisa mirror, we've seen a Winston mirror. Now we're going to see a different approach on Gardens. Winston for Supernova, Orisa for Shikigami. And a brig for choice from both, so Shikigami do have to swap open to him if they want. Obviously, they did just win the dive mirror over on that city center. It's going to be high ground initially for Shikigami. Supernova are going to slow it down. Danny's going to walk forward trying to poke, but only runs into a Tracer, resets up on the high ground. Really got to keep our eyes on these dive timings from Astro. Renko will have nade opportunities too, but a bit trickier here on the high ground. Instead, they're just going to bubble and try and clear the Orisa. They have to peek into that, but every time Graveyard peeks forward, it's providing Jutsu with an opportunity. Renko's been forced to D-peek bow, and Ryan has wandered in, found a kill, and there we go. Exacting that kill. Jutsu finds Graveyard, trying to peek to heal his tank. And while they're doing that, Graveyard is pulled forward, trying to heal his tank. Regime then isn't able to find the cover on the flank, and Brian gets him for free, finds a couple of kills from the side, Jutsu from the front. And they didn't concede first flip, even as Supernova. Taking the tank trade on the low ground, just trying to bait the enemies into peeking the high ground too much. Now Nanos will be the first ult up for both teams, it seems. Give or take a pulse bomb, but, you know. I was going to say pulse bomb's not always that big an ultimate. It just kind of happens. You don't plan to fight around it. But so far for Ryan, it's actually been happening a lot more than it's not. Huge nade up a choke as well. And Solo is so low. We'll have to completely T-peek. Defensive nade used instead. Walking around the corner. Renko catches a spear. He's low. Grapes needs to top him back up. Nano available in 10%, but Graveyard has his ready to go. They're swinging out onto the high ground. Chance to use that Nano. Could even use it onto the Cassidy with his Winston. Pulse Bomb is a miss! Defensive Nano. It would have maybe killed Graveyard anyway. They need that, and Arise has deleted Astro, but boop. Not off the map though. Arise still on the low ground, taking this duel. Has been separated a little bit, but Grapes is awfully low there as well. Arise is trying to deal with it. They all flood down to try and pocket him out of that. Nano onto Ryan to try and clutch it out. They're swinging with this double Nano as well. Ryan's low on point. He gets topped back up. Now he is all over the brig. And Jutsu just deleting them. Astro's back in, overwhelmed. A high noon from Arise? You have to be joking. Orisa is back on point now, but this is going to be another death. They don't have control of point. He's killed Jutsu for what it's worth. Now Graveyard will reset. They're going to have one more crack at this Shikigami. They're going to push back in with Terra Surge and Copy. Copy Anna's a pretty viable option. Ugh. They're going to swap for Terra Surge. Are they worried about... They're going to swap for Terra Surge? Okay, Shikigami gonna do it with a couple less ults. Grapes has for beat. Astro has for primal, so they can hit this backline pretty hard. Even with Regime's rally, it might be difficult, but Danny's gonna walk through, kills Renko for free. Supernova need to make the decision quickly. Copy Cass comes through. That's 2 kills down, and Grapes isn't even gonna use as a result of that. Absolutely useless hold, really, just blown wide open. Okay, Diva the choice. I mean, the matchup is fair enough. So it was more just a surprise face swap for Terra Surge. Danny's going to go over to Tracer now after finding the value with that copy. 4 ult retake for Supernova. Can use the high need to start the fight if they want. B if Jutsu gets into trouble. Primal to keep going. It's a rally push attempt actually, but Graveyard has died immediately in this. The beat, the sleep, the pulse. Everything connects for Supernova in the same moment. Knew Ryan would have missed 2 in a row. And Supernova right back onto point. Shikigami in desperate touch situation. This is going to be so hard. It's going to be impossible. Graveyard nearly has the rollout, but not quite. Danny just a little bit too slow. I don't think it would have made a difference. They were all so dead. And all of a sudden, just everything clicks at the same time. The beat lands, the sleep in the back, the pulse bomb in the front. And all of a sudden, before you know it, they are blown out of the water. Is that Astro funny or regular? Regular. This is Astronix. Goes by Astro, but Astronix. What's the Skeng tweet? Have we got the cope? Let's see. They can't hire more than 2 casters? No, I don't think they can. What am I looking at here? All right, then. Is this in response to anything, or is this just general yapping? All right, general yapping. Let me just turn this down a touch. This is the unfunny Astro. All right. We were given a 10-minute timer before our second match. One of our players arrived just 1 minute late, and we were handed a map loss because of it. That decision completely shifted our team's momentum and energy. From there, everything snowballed, and we've now been relegated. This one hurts GG's. While we understand the frustration, we have to follow the timer. It's been 10 minutes. Ah! Fuck, man. Can't believe you got punished for breaking the rules. Top reply is your thoughts? I mean, it's our very own normal Tom. The thing is, like, it's just, like, has anyone here have a job, right? Or anyone here go to school? Any job havers, any school attendees? You ever been late? Maybe even for a reasonable reason sometimes, something truly out of your control. Did you get in trouble anyway? Of course. Right? I mean, maybe at uni you can get away with it, right? No one is employed. I said school as well. Surely at least someone in this chat's attended school. Yeah, uni you get away with it. What if I have a job and school? Yeah, but no job you'd get away with it. That's a job I can confirm. Thanks, Red Eyes. I'm employed and I show up on time. It's because of these credentials I'm trying for Vision for Stage 2. Alright, enjoy FACEIT Masters, Tom. But they sound like the map was a traumatic experience that changed them forever. I mean, yeah, like the thing is, right, how long do we have? Alright, we're going to the next map, so... The thing is as well, like, the thing that, like, annoys me about this gang thing is it's like, fuck me, like, you can't, if your players are fucking late, who are we blaming? The bloody team, right? We were late. You were late. You're playing remotely from your house. What could have possibly happened? Oh, good shout. Supernova map. Win. I'll get the prez up for the next one in a second. Like, who else is there to blame? There's no one else to blame. But the nature of how he's written this, it feels like he's trying to throw the admins under the bus a little bit, you know? Junkertown for next map. We'll get the prez up soon. You know, like, why post the screenshot of the admins? Where he's like, oh, he is here, we can play. You know, like, why is he doing this? He's like, he's not saying it, and when he replies to Tom, he's like, did I say we shouldn't have been punished, or did I say how it affected us? I was like, why are you saying it? And also, all you're fucking saying as team manager here, you know what? I'd actually, if I was Vision Esports, right, if I played on this team, I'd be so fucking pissed off at my manager. Because you know what my manager has gone and done? My manager has gone on Twitter and basically just said, oh yeah, the only reason we lost is our mentals are the fucking weakest shit in the galaxy. Our mentals are so piss poor, we can't handle losing a single map for our own fucking mistake. Our mentals are so fragile and vulnerable. All our years of experience and playing and competition, it means nothing because our mentals are so fucking poor. Thanks, Skank. Like, I'd be annoyed, like, yeah, can my manager just call me a fucking... Can my manager not throw me under the bus on Twitter, please? If we're letting face open, we have to forfeit the whole match. And presumably as well, then, Drini, your mental would be shattered for potentially years. Well, yeah, only a quick Preds. 97% for Supernova. Alright, I'm closing for Preds. If Shikigami find the win, including this opening pick, there could be a redistribution of wealth. There is going to be a big redistribution of wealth. Anyway. War dive, Shikigami leading into the Kiriko here. It's a Zen and a Diva ban here, so Supernova trying to force the Winston version of the matchup. You're welcome, Sage. Trying to force that version of a matchup. With the Diva ban, they're going to try and play the Kiri. Obviously quite a big and open map. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Astro's going to get a much later bubble dropped on top of him, so he has to DP. Astro's going to reposition on underneath. He's behind him right now. I don't think they realise they've lost Grapes in main, but Astro still goes for the dive into the backline. Regina's going to get traded, trying to take that duel solo all over the backline, so... Graveyard will live. Shikigami can stabilise. Nano boost up already for Graveyard too. Primal 10% closer. Walking back up. No, there's eight very lucky people who are hoping hoping for Shikigami to continue this good hold. 2 minutes off the clock already. Graveyard with nano advantage. Primal coming up just now. Ryan has a pulse bomb, though. He doesn't often miss. Haven't seen him miss 2 in a row, I think. Hit the last one, though, so there's always a chance. Jump forces for Suzu. Now an opening for Ryan if he can find the pulse. Other side of it, Danny goes for the easy pulse onto Astro, but he actually lives. He got naded, he got pulse, he lives. Ryan going for the pulse, he's missed this one, but as we know, Ryan never misses 2 in a row, so the next one is going to be a slam dunk. Nano boost still available for both Annas here. No one's really committed to that now. Solo's going to get it slept up by Renko. Nano in exchange onto Astro, and Ryan will finish in that one. Now the hunt onto the Sojourn, trying to swing, trying to get away. Arise, desperately looking for a trade. No such luck. Payload is moving already. Solo has actually dropped this Primal and found the trade onto Renko. Should be able to live. Won't be able to live. Ryan will chase that one down. 3 on the point. Payload is moving very quickly. No chance at a retake. And after a lot of decent work from Shikigami, the amount of payload progress Supernova are kind of able to inch for free means they only actually have to win 1 good fight. Why has Widow played less and less on these long-range sniper maps? Partly because of the comps. More and more often we're seeing these like high-tempo comps. Heroes like, even the introduction of a hero like Juno really makes even some of these bigger maps, the Havanas, the Junker Towns, a lot more viable to shut down these sightlines. Similarly, people playing like the Anna Kiriko version, a chance to dominate the flank, make Widow harder. It just becomes a lot more of a high-risk play. Too easy to kill in too many situations. Not worth the gambit. Dive onto the high ground now from Astro. Rally from Grapes onto the back, trying to catch it, but out of there is Solo. Nade onto Solo will be Suzu'd. Alright, they rally for a whole lot of nothing, really. They get a bit of space, at least, and the payload is moving. Now the redive from Solo. Trace is going to leap into that as well. Back step from Grapes. They killed Danny on the way out, and Astro's being very patient with this Primal, just zoning the backline, allowing him to play for Winston. A Rise response with an overclock of his own. Not too much to shoot at. Oh, Grapes is out in the open. Shields up, trying to juke it, can't survive. Jutsu tries to swing the high ground at the same time, but gets naded too for a Rise as they deal with that. And Supernova were trying to be patient. Maybe it comes back to bite him a little bit. Late trade from Ryan. He has pulse for this next one. As we all know, Ryan doesn't miss 2 in a row. We are going to get a little bit of a pause now, though. As we were going to the retake. And yeah, Supernova were trying to play quite disciplined. I mean, sometimes I think it always feels, if you play the slow, disciplined one, you save your ultimates, it always feels pretty good. But sometimes you just, you know, I think Overwatch increasingly is a game that rewards initiative and making stuff happen. So maybe there was a missed opportunity for Astro to be a bit more aggressive in some of these situations. Still, there's always an argument for both, right? Both can work. His vision for funniest seems to play in OWCS. I mean, comedy does seem to follow them around. And the type of comedy where they're not laughing at any of it. Vision find none of it funny. But everyone else finds all of it hilarious. Anyway, Shikigami now with the hold nano boost available for Graveyard. But Supernova still have a big old bank. Remember, Ryan doesn't miss 2 in a row, does he? Primal will be exchanged for that nano, but 1 shot, 2 kills for Solo. 3 for Solo. Primal coming back from Astro, but he can't do much about that either. Ryan's had his recall force, might die a little bit late. Yeah, Arise will clean that one up. And just, yeah, a bit of a non-starter there for Supernova. Their backline gets 1 shot. Hiding with Pulse Bomb is Danny. Goes for it. Kill. Doesn't connect it. Just over the shoulder in the end. Nade does land though. Supernova will survive that one. Solo tries to jump in. Renko continues to backstep. Nano to turn this one. Sleep as well onto him. Remember, Solo does have Primal after this as well, so not out of the woods yet. Renko's going to be taken for a ride. Don't think he'll die. Oh, Danny's fair, actually. Forces for recall. Yeah, I think Renko will be okay versus this. Just to keep a brig up as well. Grapes is awfully low. Good separation, actually. Forces the Ana away, so Danny can secure that kill. Astro and Ryan still trying to walk forward. They kill Solo. Nade is going to slow down Jutsu. 3-person nade from Graveyard. He's hit so many big nades in this. Astro's going to zone the Ana now. Force him a little bit further back. Looking for another dive attempt. Ryan's cleaned up Danny on points. His payload is moving. A late kill onto the Ana would go a long way if Astro can find it. But without their Ana there, they're just going to slow it down a little bit. Sleep is... Was that Sleep coming out, actually, from Graveyard? Forcing this objective. Is Renko there yet? Because Graveyard only has Nano. Jutsu's going to use for High Noon to try and force for point. Nano available for Graveyard. Just trying to de-peek it right now, Solo. Jutsu is low on HP. Nano comes out now onto Solo. Astro is 1 HP. He falls immediately. Ryan still has the pulse, but there's not a lot else left in the bank, and Ryan's going to probably end up having to hold this. Supernova going to have to go for a sort of staggered retake. Ryan needs to get the touch. 10 seconds left on the clock. They have Rally and Primal coming back if they can get to the point, if they can extend it. Danny is trying to trade resources up front, looking for this pulse bomb kill. Grapes was dropped for Rally. Ryan is going to skip the point. Oh, doesn't get recall off. Doesn't get recall off. Astro can take over the touch. He is pulse bombed though. Danny just happy to throw his pulse bombs onto that tank. Astro is still alive, awfully low, 99%. It's a C9. Oh, Ryan. Oh, Ryan. They had so many ults coming up. The rally helps him survive that walk up. If Ryan gets the recall, he can get another touch afterwards, which means Astro can get the touch, which means the Primal comes through. The Primal can come through. Ryan can take over the touch a little bit more. Astro gets the Primal going. Everything starts to feel a little bit different. It's still not straightforward. Still not that straightforward. But there's a chance. And it's not a great attack from Supernova, honestly. Stalled out in second a lot. Minimal value. Maybe more of a problem was their backline seemed to go down in so many of these situations. A little bit too easily as well, you know. There's always tough ults to survive. But like when Solo jumps in, he just kills free with a single nano. That's the sort of ones that I think you just really hate to see. Supernova on the defense are going to start Kiri Lucio. Okay. Going to change the nature of the matchup a little bit here. Remember, Ryan never used that second pulse. So as we all know, he's not going to miss 2 in a row. So this next one is a slam dunk from Ryan, don't worry. Ooh, Shikigami listening.
You mean split screen, right?
Lock in, guys.
Lock in? Sir, yes, sir, right. Sir, yes, sir. We're locked in.
We are Chambo.
We are Chambo.
Okay, I think same thing. Just take it slow on the side fights. We'll always have the advantage because we have guns and they don't. Start break.
Yeah.
We're swan camp.
Looking
at him. I missed.
Currently.
Fair one.
Can we walk at Monkey? I can bubble him off.
Bruh. It's okay.
오케이 좀 먹게
Let's see, right.
오케이 아니
You shall say, you shall.
오케이
This shit. They're on Kiri Lu now, by the way.
But they are. You should still break now.
Yeah, look at TP out of spawn already.
아 소주원 어 쉣
Source one.
It's good, Jet. I'm Kiri.
TP TP
Look, Lou. Oh, I'm on Lou.
위에 트레이스 소벤 아 쏘군 위에 트레이스 소벤
3-1 on that. 3-1 on that. Yeah, I'm going bring into that.
Oh.
We're gonna live their hits. Okay.
We are trying solver. Not
They keep shooting.
I mean,
It was a little bit frantic, a little bit chaotic in some of these. Arise going to take the high ground. Kitsune rush pretty soon for Renko. Slightly ahead of the nano charge for Graveyard as well. Dive comes in from Astro onto it. Bubble off from Solo, trying to zone off those healings. Backstep. Jutsu's going to find that pick onto the Brigitte. Not surviving as they had hoped. Astro is playing with fire. Desperate trying to get this pocket, but he's got the backup from his team. He'll just about survive. Renko's going to get the Kitsune rush. He's having to pour out so much healing here. Just about keeping everyone topped up. And Supernova, they get the stabilization. Chance to hold on this good corner, but actually they're not content with that. They want to push with Kitsune Rush all over the backline, go in deep. Lots of pressure onto Regime, who gets the defensive nano, but Astro goes a step deeper, 10% away. Jutsu and Renko continue to push, and they're going to crush him. Arise with 2 trades. 2 big trades here as well. Astro really doesn't want to have to use Primal for this. Arise is still lurking around. Hasn't got a full rail, though. Will regroup with their team and go again. Still more time off the clock for Supernova, and they've got time to get their respawns. Bubble over the top from Solo. Bubble advantage now, but oh, Danny goes down, going for that attempt. Ryan has Pulse Bomb. Looking for the Sojourn on the flank. Won't need it for this one, but Primal from Astro is going to get all the work done. Isolates him. Retake is looking good. We'll boot for Winston as well. No jump out for Solo. Another kill for Jutsu. Chance to stabilize out the choke again. Drops onto the low ground. Jutsu's found another pick, so they can just keep holding forward here. Jutsu's been good for picks. Solo wants to drop the Primal, trying to make something work out of nothing. No real support on this as well, and it's a disaster Primal from Solo. All of a sudden, it's starting to feel like a full hold. 1 minute, 15 seconds left on the clock. They have the rally, they have the nano for the walk up, maybe even a nano overclock at some point. Just needs to be careful. Ryan is marking his Tracer on the left. Tracer's gone past him, so he's going to go forward. Jutsu with the slide onto the high ground. All over this. There's a rally jack scrape to it with the over the top. They'll clean up the rest of these kills. I think the Tracer is behind though, but yeah, Danny's swinging forward again now. They swing forward, 50 seconds left on the clock. Nano overclock is available. No great answer for this, honestly, for Supernova. They can have the Kitsune rush, but even versus Nano overclock, if you can't kill that Sojourn in the first few seconds, the Nano overclock will take over. Astro's going to jump onto the backline now, trying to go early. Pulse Bomb available for Ryan. Astro's going to get antied and slept. They still get a trade out of Graveyard, but Nano went down to Solo during all of this. Slow arises low, can't find the kill. Pulse Bomb is a miss. Missed 2 in a row. It's simply not possible from Ryan. I fail to believe it. The game is broken, it's bugged. Doesn't matter though, Ryan's still getting kills. He's low on HP, has for recall. Recall's just for the HP. Jutsu dies low underneath. Ryan has to be careful not to get staggered out right now. Supernova, they're trying to stagger, they're trying to regroup. They want to get one more fight on this first point. They will be able to get it, and they nearly have a Primal for this last fight. Arise has the overclock. He's using it already. Just a bubble and a jump back from Astro. They're going to try and disengage this overclock. Play for one more retake, and I think they should be good for it, but oh! Arise. They find Ryan behind. They're going to have to do it 4v5 if they want to do it at all, Supernova. Astro's walking already. Primal is ready. Bubble on point. Trying to milk that. Drops for Primal now. Trying to get someone off the map. He's going to get slept up, though. Good sleep from Graveyard. Now they can start pressuring the point. Trying to come back in to help. Pulse Bomb's a miss. Jutsu has gone down. Renko goes down. No kills out of a Primal yet. The sleep took a real sting out of that one. The kill onto Ryan obviously limits that as well. Cheers, Frank. And Shikigami, okay, 2.5 minutes off the clock. All to play for now. Primal rally, nearly a nano for Shikigami. They can snowball this one forward. Supernova. Might just be in a situation where they want to commit to... Their comp is designed for a bit more all-in dives anyway, so... Hitting some of these all-in dives, trying to play to trade the Ana, trade for rally. So even if you lose the fight, you make it messy. You force Shikigami to take it back. Ana Brig is one that really benefits from being in the strong position. So anytime you can reset them, your Kiri Lucia can take position a little bit quicker, or meaningful position a little bit quicker, I should say. Anti-nade comes out onto Astro nice and early. Bit of a nothing nade. Nano is available now. Still 10 seconds until they have nade. Topping up Solo. 3 seconds until they have nade. They've got the Nano and Primal ready to go. Arise is going to go top left. Nes for jump in. Graveyard walks forward all over this one. Solo's going to DP. No line of sight to the Nano until he comes back out. Now he's looking for an opportunity. Doesn't drop the Nano, pressure onto the Lucio. They're just creeping forward space-wise. Solo's going to have to drop this bubble early. Has for Primal to keep going. Now he drops for Primal. Beat comes through. Doesn't catch Ryan. Regime with the defensive. Nano and the rally. Deletes Ryan on point. Kitsune rush in response as Solo regroups with his team. Renko's got that Kitsune rush. Jutsu nearly has the overclock. Gets a kill just before it too. They try to disengage that overclock. Lucio one on the way out. 1 minute left on the clock. Jutsu's going to put this overclock quite far back. Still manages just about to squeeze out that kill onto Solo. Will get antied once more by Graveyard. And Regime can even find a kill, but it's not enough. We're going to enter a final 50 seconds, and it's going to be one more fight for all the marbles. Not the marbles you're hoping for, Frank, but all of these marbles. Primal available for Astro, Pulsebomb available for Ryan. Any of these find value, it's going to make a difficult situation impossible for Shikigami. Danny Lee has a Pulsebomb of his own. Trying to go top left. Is getting marked by Grapes right now. Jutsu is there too. Doesn't have a full rail or anything though. Will run into Danny. Danny immediately repelled with the boop. Jutsu's going to deepen this position now. Take the other high ground with help of his Lucio. Ryan's pulse bomb goes out. Misses a third time in a row. I fail to believe it. Renko has found a kill with the help in his Primal though. They have to commit to the touch. But Astro has just separated them. 2 kills with the Primal. That'll be more than enough. And we can come back and help deal with Nisana. Deal with everything. And they're not going to get the cap. They're not going to take it. I thought Shikigami had a real chance after the defense. But they won't. They won't. Points are safe. I mean, considering this was a 95% to 5% prediction, the Supernova predictors have hung on by their tail feathers here. Check general. What's going on in general? Is there anything good? You got the CX stare spray. Cheers. You playing Demo Night though? Unfortunately, if you're playing Demo Night, I like the spray, but I hate the player. I tried it once, but it was miserable, so I switched Soldier. Yeah, it takes a real type of person to enjoy Demo Night. All right, one moment. Let me put the predictions up. Let me grab some more water because I'm desperate for fluids. Oh, nice to see you, Witness. Hope you're all right. We'll get this map free up, but Supernova on the brink of securing their spot in OWCS. Surely nothing will go wrong this time, right? Nothing will go wrong this time. Come on. Come on. All right, be right back. Don't tell me that's Danny Lim. That's Danny Lim, yeah. That's Danny Lim playing. Be right back. Waste of time. Or what predictions say it? A little bit more balanced. People think Shiki can get a map. What are we saying? You ever let an old person tell you about when they were young? I feel like it's so many good memories from TF2. I realise that's actually now quite an old person thing to say, but so many good memories. Unk for sure. What are we talking about? Talking about the emo situations again.
Start your climb to OWCS by joining.
Yeah, I mean, you can make. I mean, and they do. They make all these excuses for Vision, but I mean, come on. Come on. If it always happens to you, if it always happens to you, bit of no fire without smoke, I think. Being international next month? Oh, for TF2, do you mean? You think Shikigami win? I don't think so, Chime. Not even with you betraying your own team. That's cool, actually, Witness. Maybe I'll watch that. Can we get a TF2 international co-stream? Yeah, surely TF2 will be alright if I co-stream. Copyright issue free. Let's see how the dates line up. Remember Pred's 30 seconds. Oh, nice one, Smile. You see Spurs gonna be 17th next week. Oh my god.
I like that.
Listen to him.
Yep.
I'm gonna push her. That's Kiri. I knew he was gonna do that, bro. I'm pretty mad.
I'm gonna shut them in. I think Monkey top right. Can you go angle him? Top right?
Yeah, I'm looking. Slowly.
Spurs.
Here, what the fuck?
Okay, I don't mean all of you guys do.
No, I should go.
3, 2, 1, getting lucky. 2 monkey main. I'm just coming to 2 monkey. 3 to B.
I'm dead. Alright,
Monkey,
monkey really needs to die.
Tier 1. I'm getting mega.
Even slowly. I'm getting mega. Walk, Rinka. Yeah, I'm on straight now. Don't even
I'm
try.
going at bottom left in 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna ask.
He can ride.
All try to meet. Push.
Yeah, we need to swing.
You know.
Grab.
On the window. I'm gonna go on an A. Going on.
No.
I'm gonna sleep. One. Enemy.
Yeah, we're capping. Get dick. Come in. All man.
You're really footing. You're running for me. You're really running for me. Just show.
No. Killing with him. I'm dead.
I don't want him.
Monkey now.
3, 2, 1. Nice.
Monkey.
Nice.
I'm going point.
Alright, it all works out for Supernova in the end, despite Jutsu trying his absolute best to make Renko's life as hard as possible. Come on, just let me heal you. We've all been there, Renko. We've all been there. If you want heals, come to me. Little bit messy from Supernova there. I think biggest thing that maybe stands out is I feel like Astro could give a little bit more notice to his movement. Give him a little bit of I'm going with bubble soon. I've got bubble in this. I want to jump this. Blah blah blah. A little bit, and then it's a lot easier for these swings and these swings and these nades and these dynamite timings you want from your team. It's easier for those to be in sync. Astro's going to get a rise early in this. Kitsune Rush comes out in response to Regime. Supernova trying to disengage sleep onto Astro. Renko is low as well, but Nano is out. They've lost their backline, but can Astro get much done with this? Anna is trapped in there, trying to avoid it. Lots of trades coming their way. Trades favour Supernova at this point in the map. Astro's going to try and preserve his life. Jump out from solo. Will live. And this payload's going to keep going forward. Graveyard's only just spawned, coming back with Nano. So they've got the ults to stabilise on this next part. Shikigami, that is. I think if I'm Supernova here, there's a chance to take it. Go for a nade swing with our dive. Go with Primal. But I have to be ready to kite. Astro's probably going to have to play this Primal a little bit slower, but actually killing Danny behind will open things up a whole lot. Now they can be a little bit more comfortable pushing this Winston, fighting him. You can see already Ryan is looking at that. Astro's gone left-hand side. Has for Primal if he gets in trouble. They catch a nade in Maid. Sleep avoided. And Solo with a good separation. Sets that kill up onto Grapes. Now the Nano boost comes out. They need it as well because they've lost a lot of their backline. Astro's Primal going already. Solo's going to try and jump out. Lands on the coast. Well, not the coast, but the side here in the alleyway. Will jump onto point. They're kind of low, trying to preserve his life. He's just going to die on point. But can't move so much during all of this. The Nano Primal, it kind of ends up coming out at the same time. Both doing the same job. And Solo can't find enough value. You get 2 ults poured into you. You need to make something work. But with Danny getting taken down, Arise no chance to use the Bob in all of that either. And this snowball keeps on continuing. 4 minutes, 20 seconds in the bank. Oh, that was Grapes, not Renko? Oh, okay. I don't recognise all these Yanks voices. Nade is good though. Ryan will follow up that kill. Pulse Bomb is out. I told you he doesn't miss 4 in a row. Ryan converts in that one. Snowball is going. Bob was invested to no end. Arise is going to swap onto Widow. They need a clutch. Jutsu is going to drop this Bob onto point, and this touch is going to be so hard. They need a Widow pick, and Arise provides. Shield up from Grapes. We'll get back around the corner, but main source of healing gone, so Astro is not going to recover this HP. He gets taken down. Arise saves the day on Widow. Ryan should get finished off here too. Has a recall. Still trying to force a kill. Won't be able to get it. Arise is just going to stick this Widow as well. Rolls out. And Supernova going to have to do it all from scratch. We only need one more fight to cap it. But this buys valuable time for Shikigami to get some ults of their own. Jutsu can still use the Bob to force point. They can still go with Nano. Potential of either just drop a defensive Nano here to make sure they all live. It's always hard to push these third points if you cop any trades on the way in. Arise, scoped up at that sight line. Jump onto the high ground for Astro. Arise keeps these sides at choke. Now the Nano Boost comes through. Arise is going to run back to spawn. Pocket coming through. Sleep is avoided by Astro all over this backline. Graveyard taken care of. Now the Brig too. Good Nano engage from Astro. Him and Ryan get the whole job done. Bob is out in main as well, just forcing the point. Solo is trying to live behind. Graveyard is coming back with Nano. Astro continues to mark this. Widow has the Primal to keep this one in check. Might swap to the left-hand side now, keep them all contained. He sees them walking out. Sees Viana coming the other way. Wants to try and deny the Nano. Graveyard is swinging for it. He's trying to force it. He's got no one to Nano. They're all dead. Astro keeps right-hand side contained. They finish everyone up on point. 2 minutes 37 in the bank. And Supernova have put themselves in a great position to head into OWCS.
Initiating match.
Crazy thing to Amplify beating this team, Malga. But it was a Malga heavy meta at the time, and that was Amplify's best comp. But this time, on the dive, we're in a great position to convert it. Yeah, no news on the Violet situation. I know a few teams have explored the opportunity, but nothing's actually happened. Yeah, replacement-wise, I kind of expected it to be Lee Soo-min, but obviously he played for Wei in the Soup Cup. It's still possible. There's still plenty of time for him to sign it. What do we get? What are we dinging about? Do you think that he just re-signs? It's not impossible, honestly. If there's no other options, would he really just dip out for a stage? I don't know. Feels like he's too good a player not to get signed, but it all happened at a bit of a weird timing for anyone to actually pick him up. Widow out of spawn from Danny, doesn't find anything. Shikigami clinging on to this series. Need a good attack here. It's going to be Anna Brig for Supernova. Kiriko for Shikigami. You see Danny already taking this wide angle. A chance onto Renko. Nade does go through. Doesn't stop Danny at all, though. Nice, easy kill. Now onto the Ash. Jutsu is going to be forced all the way back. 1 HP. Danny will get topped up, looking for more. No source of healing means Astro was an easy kill as well. And Danny just comes through lowers. trying to bait the Tracer in there. Ryan's had his recall force, might be able to blink all the way out here. But I don't know if it's going to really set him up for a retake. No ults to speak of. Might just be a chokehold. They can go for it if they want. But Astro's going to be forced to commit on point. He jumps to the side. Walking up his grapes. Astro's going to get slept as well. Needs someone else to get the touch. Ryan can juggle it for a little bit. Now Astro is on point. They swing and they kill Danny. Wellness is bubble pressure on point. But now with no bubble, Astro's life is going to be a lot harder. But he catches the low Kiriko. And they've made this retake work. Should have been so hard for Astro. But Ryan's able to juggle the touch a little bit early for him. Oh, nade. Graveyard's looking for the trade. A brig trade would do a lot there. But Grapes manages to keep the shield up. Blocks any follow-up damage. Supernova, another chance. Only one tick to give now, though. But their ults are in a pretty reasonable place. Ryan's going to have a pulse bomb too. They've got the Brig holding underneath Regime right now, holding this hotel area. Last time Danny was able to get through for free, but this time Ryan is making sure Danny can't take that same position. Kiriko's going to push Ryan. He's forced all the way out. Suzu was used, actually, and Grapes is going to re-push that. They dominate the side fight. Now a chance for Ryan to go further, but Astro dies in main. Executed in that one, and now they need an almighty clutch. They need his pulse bomb to connect. Grapes doesn't quite have the rally yet, but Nano's coming in. Jutsu finds a trade onto Graveyard. The pulse is wide from Ryan. Now they're forcing the objective, and it's just going to fall apart there. Punish onto Astro. Too much. Too much in the end. And they get the first point. A good start for Shikigami when they need it. Kitsune rush for this next fight. Blade as well to throw into it. Grapes has the rally to counter out that Blade. Renko's Nano probably going Astro's way, a primal afterwards. Got to remember that the Anakiri better at supporting Danny into a lot of these side fight positions, even though it's not always translated into reality so far. It's a Nano in response to this High Noon, still pushing forward. Arise goes for the damage. They all catch a nade as they come around the corner. That's 2 easy kills for Astro. For back this Nano, they give a chokehold. They push forward looking for a few more late kills. Solo should be far enough back. He's taking a lot of damage, but now will just be Nano charge for Graveyard. Shikigami to take their next approach. Primal versus Primal. Grapes still with the rally for this Blade. It's a sleep and a nade onto the high ground for Astro, but that means no cooldowns now for Graveyard for a bit if Astro wants to make some money moves. He opts for a more defensive one, but how on earth has Arise killed Renko in this situation? Astro now might just choose to die on point. Is slept. No pops for Primal. Wants to make it work. No Anna. Trying to get the juggle in. Takes him for a ride. Good Primal from Astro. More damage on. He's awfully low. He's trying to live. He's taking his wisdom for a ride. He's forced for Primal out of solo. Rally from Grapes, but he's getting boot back in. Bubble there trying to save him. It's only Grapes is healing, but the rally does enough. Unbelievable peel from Astro and Grapes to make the best of a bad situation with Renko dying so early. They're still losing the fight a little bit. They conceded a few meters, but both teams will collect their respawns. Regroup. Now a chance for Graveyard to go. Even Nanoblade if they want. The payload's probably close enough that they'll finish the cap off it. The Supernova don't have any great response. They need trade kills. High Noon in the back, but the Nanoblade will make short work of that. Now onto the back line, deflects onto the sleep. Clean Nanoblade from Danny. Grapes is long out of there. Ryan hasn't found a kill with his pulse bomb. Might find a kill afterwards, but he needs so much more. He's got no recall. Shikigami will convert it off the back of Danny's Nanoblade. And decent time bank for third. 3.5 minutes. Mike won't be able to beat the time from Supernova, but as long as they can finish with time on the clock, they give themselves a chance. Only a High Noon for this next fight versus the Nano. Knocked off the high ground is Solo. Renko's trying to swing into an aggressive position here as they're able to pocket that cast. They lose Danny, actually. 1-for-1 trade only. Nano boost onto Astro to push out into main. They've lost this side fight and the sleep is good. Now they're going to burst Astro down. No choice but to bubble defensively, and this Nano gets nothing. Shikigami can walk forward. They've got High Noon to start taking the space. If they take that space, they can drop the Kitsune rush on point. Astro has the Primal. I think you want to be aggressive with this. You want to have them use their ults far back. Astro's going to go. Doesn't get it off. He dies on 99%. He doesn't have it. Ryan is still in trying to play for a trade. Kitsune rush in response. They clean up Ryan. The Supernova going to have to play for a desperate recontest. Now they need Astro to find something that's primal, or Ryan to find a pulse bomb. They need trade kills. Shikigami going to be dropping his High Noon to force the objective. Big pressure. Astro trying to come out his left-hand side. Jutsu has gone Widow. Doesn't do what Arias can do, though, getting marked by Vigenji. Now Grapes is trying to help him out, sleep onto Solo. Astro's pop for Primal. He's found a kill. Ryan's got point anchored as well. They've lost Grapes in the backline. Danny's killed for Widow as well. But here comes Astro. He's got a second kill. He needs to get on point. Boop away. Playing for the C9. Astro's going to get finished off. They get the cap. And it's only a 34-second difference as the dust settles. And alright. Shikigami right in it. Shine with the gulp. Yeah, Danny demolished him there, didn't he? All of a sudden, feels like a clean Nano played. Good final fight. Danny's starting to arrive in this series a little bit more. And Shikigami need that. They need players to step up. These are the big moments. 2 maps down. Qualification game. And even though they're playing the Anakiri, which on paper should be a more punishable backline, doesn't really feel too much like that. Doesn't feel like Astro and Ryan are maybe finding quite as much as they want. Thank you, Big Arms Joker, for the gifted sub to Phil Jagielka. Jagielka? That was the one. He was English, right? So I guess Jagielka. Right, extended into overtime. All to play for. Everton legend. He was class, to be fair, actually. Good player. Sonic Arrow out just to try and see what's ahead of him. Widow 2. See if they can take anyone's head with him. But no, will be more of the same. Genji versus Tracer again as well. Danny's going to press on the left-hand side. This time Ryan and Grapes are marking it from the start, so we can't get through onto the Ana for free. Better control of the map. Supernova learned their lesson after that first fight. Astro jumps into main. Jutsu's going to find the pick while they swing. Forced into the back corner. Time off the clock. Shikigami will just slow it down and wait for their Kiriko, set this fight up again. Regime's actually going to go Brig. Bubble onto the Winston, trying to get a bit of a body block going, but Solo can get out. Solo didn't use Bubble for this as well, so Bubble advantage now for Shikigami. A chance for him to do something. Eyes on Solo for his next move. He's going to jump top left. The nade is perfect. They're Solo oversleep. It doesn't quite do enough. Danny's there for the follow-up. Great nade from Graveyard. He's been getting they're better of a nades here by a mile, but Ryan is still good for 2. Not quite out of it yet. They're playing for more trades. Grapes push forwards. He takes a third with him. Grapes will die for it. But Ryan can live. They've not got any capture progress yet, but retake is on for Supernova. Saving grace as Graveyard has been alive this entire time and is only 11% shy of a nano. So they've got a significant ult advantage for this retake. 35 seconds still on the clock. Down to 1 progress. They'll secure the second tick. They find Ryan early. Does this change Supernova's decision? Yeah, it does. They don't go for that recontest without the Tracer flanking. Without the chance for that extra help on the touch. They slow it down instead. Arise. Holding the high ground. Shikigami now. We've seen snowballs go crazy in overtime before. Graveyard has the nano, but Renko has his as well. Astro closer to the primal. Ult advantage for Supernova. They're closer to more of it, but Danny just gets the nano. He does everything. Counter nano onto the cast. Danny will try to get out of that when he has the blade, but he needs to live. He gets out towards the Mega. He's got full pocket. Jutsu doesn't find anything with the nano in the end. Nano exchange and the payload continues to roll forward. Shikigami now have their primal coming up as well. Grapes will have the runny to answer with it. No answer from Regime just yet, but does Shikigami bother waiting for this? Did they just drop their blade, drop their primal? Did they play to win? Go for it. Ryan's trying to line up a pulse bomb. There's a blade in the back. What are we going for? The Brig, the Ana. Decision time for Danny. Forces for running and gets out. Happy with that. They've lost Graveyard. Arise has been booped away. A C9 primal. Astro does it all himself. But Primal comes on, he forces for cast back, he forces for Brig back, and Astro has just snatched in his defense. They did have good ults, did have a pick, and obviously still had advantage. But Astro, deep into overtime, gives Supernova a much easier task. And Supernova might just be able to win it here and now. Oh god, is anything good? Cheers, Jacob. Alright. Still, saving grace, silver linings, all of that for Shikigami is a bit of time, bit of space to work with. They have opportunities. And Danny seems to have really heated up. Graveyard is still finding significant nade value as we go through these dive mirrors. Widow shot out spawn from Ryan. No opportunities for anything. Solo is starting top right from Ryan's POV. They'll send a couple of players up top right to get that. Danny is LARPing as a hotel worker. He doesn't really work here. He's just trying to hold the space. Solo's been cleared out top right by a bubble from Astro. Solo has preserved bubble advantage, but Ryan's got the Mega and he's got him behind. Is he going to play underneath? Yeah, he wants to get an angle onto Danny. Bubble hits from both sides here. Dash out from Danny. They've taken a lot of space here, Supernova, but they've not cleared for high ground. Chance for a re-engage on Graveyard's nade timing. Jump in from Solo, looking for the nade opportunities. Astro will get naded on the way out, but both nades are going to hit. Astro gets a kill out of it. Can he survive? No! Will get traded, but the damage is more than done. 2 kills for Renko. Arise finds one back. He's going to have to do a lot of shooting to get himself out of this, though. And I think they're just going to have to concede first cap, play for the chokehold. This is where Shikigami, obviously, they have something to work with. They have a fight to lose. Coming up to the next series of fights. Nano's going to be the first ultimates up for both teams. Renko and Graveyard neck and neck. All the attention onto the Winstons here. Could even just be a Nano onto Danny. They've actually been leaning into Danny a lot more for some of their aggressive plays and engages with ultimates. For now, though, Danny is busy marking the flank as they get the last of that Nano. Danny opts in between the high ground and left. Ryan's going to sneak his way through now, but there is Regime. There's a further person to get past. Now they're going to try and 2v1 him. Nano comes in from Astro. It's a back jump from Shikigami. They try and kite it for free. Happy to bleed a bit of time off the clock. This engage is good. Now they have Nano advantage. No kills on that from Astro. Solo even has primal advantage and Nano back in, but Solo doesn't land on anything all that meaningful either. And it's just a poor Nano to trade for a poor Nano. The space will be reclaimed from Shikigami, so there's no net loss or anything, but a missed opportunity. Danny's blade is awfully slow in all of this as we enter the final 30 seconds. It's going to be the primals that might decide it a little bit more. Grapes does have a rally advantage too. Astro slept on the flank. Flashbang wakes him up though when he can drop that bubble. Now he has the primal onto the backline. Needs to try and avoid the sleep. Highland is in. Doesn't get the juggle he wants on Graveyard. Has to avoid that damage. Solo has been executed though. The sleep is good from Renko. He still dies, but I think it's done enough. Now they come in. Astro comes back to group back with his team. Shikigami going for a desperate attempt to try and stabilize, but a rally on point from Grapes, and it's just all over. Supernova are going to stage 2 OWCS. Primal not in time to get back. Crucial sleep from Renko. Still dies for it, but he sets up the kill. They execute Solo before that Primal comes off. Meanwhile, Astros does get it going. And there we go. Let's cash these breads. Supernova, 3 in a row. Clean sweep. Is there another match? There certainly is. No rest for the wicked and all of that. Where are we going? NA bracket. So yeah, one more game. One of our stage 2 teams is confirmed in Supernova. Now Shikigami and Dildux fight it out. A rematch of this opening game that was a 3-2 in favor of Shikigami. And this next one is full promotion / relegation. Winner goes to OWCS, loser goes to FACEIT Masters. All to play for. All to play for. Ooh. Let me update the stream title. You want Dildux to win? Yeah, I think I'm more Dildux pilled. I think Shikigami, like they had their shot in OWCS, right? And it wasn't. They didn't really make any kind of meaningful impact, honestly. I think Dildux will be, you know, let someone else have a crack, I guess, essentially. I think Dildux will be a more interesting team. What are we doing? Shikigami. Dildux versus Shikigami. Title updated. Oh, no marbles right now, Jacob. We're too deep into the night. It's too late. One more game. I have to be up early tomorrow for Uncoachable as well. Whoa. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. Is that not the opposite of your take on Uncoachable about not wanting Zed to qualify for LAN? Not exactly, no. Maybe I could have phrased it more clearly. My main point is Shikigami haven't done anything worth, that I think, like, makes me want to see them play OWCS again, right? There's sort of been no inspiration or no sort of potential upsets or anything like that. What I want out of the two teams that are going to OWCS is challenge the status quo, you know? Take maps, take series, give us some close games, especially in North America, right? Give us some close games. And I don't think if we send Shikigami back there, we'll get that. Supernova though, like Supernova are a good example of a team that could really cause some upsets. You know, do I think Dildux will cause that many upsets? Probably not, right? Honestly. But with Shikigami, I feel like it's a guarantee. So might as well gamble. Yeah, I think Supernova, like, I don't think, like, Supernova are beating necessarily Team Liquid or some of these, but I think they're, I think, like, you know, Timeless, Rad, Avidity, they're really around that level. Bit of a chance to punch up all of that. I thought Rad would be way better, yeah. I think maybe, because I sort of bought into a bit of a hype, I think they're having a lot of success in the Hazard meta, and then dropped off a lot when that hero became less popular. I think we'll see all 4 teams demoted. Yeah, my money is on, well, that reminds me, I should, speaking of putting my money on, I should start the Preds. Who will win map 1? It's Shikigami versus Dildux. Yeah, I know they lost earlier, but it was close. It was a 3-2. We only saw little bits of it. But I think Dildux will be good for it. So what have I done? I've updated the stream title. We've done that. Let me cover VOD as well.